And the NBA season has just begun. Here we are. We're excited. We're looking at all the good things that are about to come. I don't even want to focus on James Harden. I don't want to be thinking about that guy. I just want to be looking at the good. Okay? Can we please look at the good? Can we not look at Devin Booker missing out on the second game already of the season? I mean, I'm already expecting guys like Zion and Kawhi to sit out. Kyrie, I'm so glad. I just naturally, I don't expect him to be playing as much 2 games in a row. Imagine that to start the season. So here we go. We got this guy. We got all of this drama that's happening with Harden. We've got players not playing already because it's the second game of the season, you know. Kudos to the guys that normally would start this trend right away. But that's okay because there's a lot of good. We've got to be able to enjoy and experience all the guys that come. This is like January 1st. This is like Christmas morning when we get our gifts, when we get blessed with all these players that by the end of the season, by the end of the regular season, we don't see them because guys are quitting, guys are giving up, guys are benching. All the stars are getting benched. Everybody's deciding I'm just gonna roll over and play dead. I'm gonna concede to a season-ending injury. All that crap. It starts as soon as the calendar flips. But in a good light, we can at least appreciate that we've got all these new players on new teams. We've got all these different matchups. We've got guys that are going into their first year, their second year. Maybe we've got rookies. We've got Wembanyama to enjoy. We've got Lillard on the Bucks to enjoy. And we've got Zion coming back, all right? Now, of course, James Harden wasn't allowed to play with his team. He just got canceled from the airplane ticket. He just was they ran out of space. Sorry, you know, we've just been anticipating you not playing. We assumed that you weren't going to play, so we don't have any room on our plane for you. And we got to do this road trip, okay? We got business to take care of, okay, James? So forget about it, okay? We're moving right along. Don't expect to get signed by another team because you're not, okay? We're going to drop you, and that'll be the end of that. So long, okay? Goodbye. Auf Wiedersehen. Adieu. Adieu to you, Harden. I'm going to be making my part 2 video very shortly because it's so exciting and it's so fun, and I'm just too sadistic, I guess. Unfortunately, that's one of my flaws, along with remembering things, like remembering Harden's entire career. Rough it is. But regardless, we've got the NFL season, and we're starting week 8. Buccaneers and Bills just tipped off on Thursday night, and we've got our own series of problems with the NFL because we've got guys not playing already, okay? We got guys like Daniel Jones not playing, okay? God bless him. I understand he's hurt, and maybe, he's actually injured. Maybe this is going to be like a season-ending injury. Who knows? And it's devastating because New York fans are actually worried about this. Giants fans are worried about this. So the guy, he's out for three straight weeks now, entering week 8. And people don't exactly know what the injury is or the severity thereof because he hasn't been cleared for contact. He thinks that he's doing fine. The coach thinks that he's progressing along. But if 5 weeks go by and he still isn't playing or he isn't starting for the team and helping them win, he's getting paid $40 million a year. If none of that's happening, then we're all going to look back and we're going to be like, why were you so optimistic? Why did you think that he was about to play or he was almost ready or he was almost good to go when he never was? That was just never the case, obviously. And the league is deciding, not just the league, but I'm just looking at football from a distance, all right? These teams are just treating it like these injuries are government secrets. Just tell us if he's healthy or if he actually has a serious injury. Because we're all on the edge of our seats here. We're all looking at Wednesday, Thursday, Friday practice, and the guy, if he's not playing, just realize what's going on and tell us the truth. Now, of course, I want the media to be kept in the dark. I want to be kept in the dark, but I don't want to be lied to, especially if it's important information. Don't tell me things that are inconsequential that I want to know. Okay, if I'm the media and I want to know something stupid that has nothing to do with sports just for the sake of a headline, then don't tell me. Keep me in the dark. But if it's an important fact that you know that you're not disclosing, that you should, in regards to the health and the future of a team, don't just hold that back because that's something that we should know. Okay? Don't treat this stuff like government secrets when it's something you should know and you would rather lie about it. Okay? And then we got the Deshaun Watson situation. So basically, the guy is being criticized for not wanting to play because he's not playing. And it looks bad when you're suspended and you haven't played in a long time. There's nothing he could do about that, obviously, after, other than appeal the suspension, which didn't really matter, because all that is in the past now, and we're trying to look forward to the future. The Cleveland Browns are trying to get somewhere, okay? But they're relying on P.J. Walker too much. Deshaun Watson says, "How could you say that I don't want to play?" And then we got Brady Quinn talking a couple days ago saying, "Hey, listen, if I was a trust fund 18-year-old with $230 million guaranteed, why would I go and look for a job when Buddy asks me or is like, hey, would you want to check this out? Look, our snazzy old opportunity for you." Obviously, yeah, it just seems that way. It seems like the guy doesn't want to play. But, of course, we just don't know what the severity, we don't know what the nature of the injuries are. These are just things that are not disclosed to us, so it makes us turn the truth into whatever it is we want. We don't know if Deshaun Watson's injury is actually going to be around for the rest of the year. Is this thing going to linger, and is it worth addressing and then getting in another brand new QB? That's what's so good about this Aaron Rodgers injury, is that we know it's an Achilles. We know he's going to be out for this season. So there's irrevocable things that we can conjecture, but with Deshaun Watson, it seems week to week like the guy is deciding whether or not he wants to play. You know, I just don't know. Football's very different. Quarterbacks, you got to protect them, of course, but at the end of the day, this guy is turning into a huge mistake as from the contract side of things. That's just the state of it. So Ketel Marte extends his hitting streak to 17 games. Arizona, my goodness. I mean, who would have thought these guys would be in the World Series? Like, they have kind of been a joke for the last half decade, I would say. No one really knew. No one really expected them to be in this position, especially to take down the Brewers the way that they did, and the Dodgers the way that they did, and the Phillies, who just self-destructed. They forgot how to play baseball for a series there. That's exactly how Arizona got in, okay? And timely hits, that's what it's appearing to take. That's what you need, okay? But regardless, I mean, Texas, it's just, I mean, you have the best pitcher in baseball in DeGrom, who plays 30 innings pitched this season for Texas, 46 strikeouts. That's just the stat line that I remember. Because DeGrom, he started the season. He had a rough outing against the Phillies. And then he came back. He got his ERA down from 13 to 2.67, which is great. So you got DeGrom. And then, my goodness, the crushing news. I still remember this, and I'm never going to forget it. Just how I felt when I'm like, oh, DeGrom has Tommy John, and he's out for the year. And he's probably going to miss next year, too. Like, let's be honest. Why not? It's just heartbreaking, bro. For a guy like DeGrom, nobody throws like he does. No starter is getting guys out, striking them out like he does at 102 miles an hour fastballs. No one throws like that. No one has that consistent power at the starting pitcher position. Yes, Strider is great at striking guys out, but his ERA is too high, and he doesn't have consistent power that's on DeGrom's level. He just doesn't. DeGrom has game-changing abilities. Unprecedented. In this era, anyway. Obviously, we've seen guys do this, but he's just a completely different breed, and he's gone. So Texas, they add in Montgomery, they add in Scherzer. I mean, that looked great on paper, obviously. And it has turned out. By and large, let's be honest, it's turned out for them. But it's really hard now to know exactly. I mean, we know how good Seager is. We know how good Simeon is, and Garcia. So I expect them to win this World Series because they just have more firepower, and they've been more consistently putting up runs, getting hits, and filling the stat sheets. And then, obviously, if you want to look at Merrill Kelly, Fott, and Zach Gallen, you want to compare those three guys. Well, then they got Montgomery, they got Eovaldi, and Scherzer can get you a few innings. They have a great bullpen as well. I mean, Arizona's looking like an amazing bullpen team as well. So I don't know. I just think that the offense is going to favor the Rangers, and that's more important, right? You want to put your ace out there, but Eovaldi stinking in Game 1 in the World Series. You know, Gallen obviously not looking that great either, but that's okay. It's turning into runs, turning into manufacturing runs, and that's it. If Arizona is going to be able to get this thing going, win, right? Get 1 game, 2 game, 3 game, whatever the case may be, and pull out with the World Series here. I mean, that's great. I'm not really disappointed in any of the World Series champions that are going to come out of this thing, whether it's Arizona or Texas. It's very exciting to see both of them, so that's cool. But yeah, unbelievable that we're here. I really thought it was going to be Phillies and Houston. After the Phillies were up 2-0, Houston was up 3-2, and sure enough, they just weren't able to get it done. Like, how? How is this possible? Honestly. Come on! Oh, well. It's probably best. I didn't want that. I honestly do not want that. I didn't want a rematch of last year. We got to get some new guys in here, okay? Let's do it.